Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for those who have already joined. Thank you so much for joining into this live. I'll make sure that the sound audio, which I'm keeping it very low, hope I'm audible and you guys are able to hear my voice as well. So the first and foremost thing about this session, we are going to cut short for 30 minutes for the particular day rather than keeping it for an hour. We'll make sure that all the informations which will be shared within 30 minutes. The first thing which we are going to discuss, what is our status with respect to E2T prop on a 10K funded account, and what are the strategies we use. Tariq, is it audible now? Is it audible, Tariq? Now audible, Narayanan. Thank you so much, Narayan. Tariq, I think it's audible at the moment. Can you confirm? I hope yes for Tariq as well. Thank you so much, guys, for joining into this webinar today. So as I said, not audible. I think everything works fine for me. Let me just check. Okay. Could you please check now? Is it audible, guys? BNB stocks, Tariq, Narayan. Yes, no. It should be. It should be audible. Andrea, Paulina, thank you so much, Andrea. I can hear you perfectly. I hope everyone else are able to, hear my voice. Any one more comment? We can then start with this. So, as I said, today's session, we'll be quickly taking you through what is E2T prop and where we are at 10K instant capital challenge. Those who are completely new, please click on the link in description and make sure that you guys are able to get your 50K free trial and give it a try on free trial without even paying a single penny, and then you guys can start with the instant capital. At the same time, we'll be also taking you through some of the preparations for New York session. Yesterday, what happened with our two trades? We did some trades in gold and BTC. Let's rewind what has happened. And most importantly, today 3 p.m. we have Joel's jobs opening numbers are at fundamental level. So I'll be keenly looking for any trades right after 3 p.m. If we get a good opportunity at let's say the 2 o'clock opening, which is in another 1 hour, then we might enter some of the trades in the New York session or pre New York hours. Okay. So the first thing first, let me just quickly make sure that how many of you have started with at least E2T prop 50K free trial? Yes, no, can I have in the comment box? And the next question is right after, if you have started, yes or no, how long have you been trading in the markets? I just want to know basically these two things so that, if even if we go very quick on today's session, I need to explain a certain tool which is fib retracement, which we discussed or on the yesterday's live. Some of the viewers were asking how do we float a fib retracement so that we can identify the OTE levels. So I'll be doing a quick top-down approach for each and everyone today. So this 20 minutes will be value addition for you in order to do a top-down approach in any charts, any patterns where you have open, high, low, close with respect to the asset which you are looking into, right? So can I have your comments, please, guys? Let's do a top-down analysis with respect to whatever the asset you want to look into today. 5 years in Indian market, Tariq. Thank you so much, Tariq. Which asset do you guys want to do a top-down analysis? We will pick the first uh, three. So those who want to get it analyzed with a top-down, please do let me know so that we can prepare it for the New York session. All right. So majorly which we watch for Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has been consolidated within our range and we don't have a strong directional bias. We had one bias basically that went on and hit our stop loss, but this is with respect to this zone. If the market invalidate this zone, we said that when we entered short, we need to reassess the charts. So we are not taking any directional bias in Bank Nifty. If we start with USDINR on a weekly time frame, it's right after hitting our target on a positional bias. We got hit with 87, and then it's consolidating, so we are not looking into it. GBP INR, we have a good target. Those who are in UK and sending money to India would get benefited. We are targeting 120 in the coming cycle. When I say this cycle could be around 2 to 4 weeks in time, if you are sending money to India, then this would be a right time for you to wait and watch. If the market hold this level 114.6252, then we'll be happily holding up to 120. So we don't have a good trade for GBPNR as well for this New York session. If we get back to USD JPY, yesterday we discussed that what an absolute with respect to the direction we have discussed that. Okay, the first thing is we have discussed day before yesterday. Basically, if the candle closes on a Friday live, if you go back and check 143.972, if it is holds, then we could see a good sharp candle like this. This is a sort of a candle we anticipated. Okay, this is sort of a candle which we have anticipated for a closing for this week and targeting 139.920. And within yesterday's range, we discussed that we have already seen a low level up to this was the candle when we went on live. So I was expecting a scenario where market is pushing towards upside, which is basically this could be the scenario number 2, and the scenario number 1 was I was expecting market to push until this zone, right? If you remember, if you are been watching on this level. So today, even at 3 p.m. news event, even at New York session, if I get an opportunity to enter short within this range, my stop loss would be slightly above 144.519, and my target would be keeping a even we have a 1:8 level target. So remember, when we are entering into a short position, we should never ever give it a try for entering the market when it is trying to hit this level, right after hitting this level. We don't want to enter into a short trade. We want to wait and see what is happening within this zone, and if the market is rejecting from this zone, I'll be happy to enter a short position, initiate a short position in USD JPY. With respect to BTC, what an absolute rally within the zone. This is where we placed our OTE levels, right? Look at this rally right after hitting our stop loss. Our stop loss got hit, but at the same time, right after hitting our stop loss, we got a second entry, which I have taken in multiple accounts as well. So we have rallied this entire rally. So this was happened around 3 in the morning, right? But this particular rally before the day closes, we have captured until this. Yesterday, some of our colleague entered the same trade, and he was asking like whether should I hold this or should I exit at this point. But it was providing a consolidation, right? So how do we put a you know uh, OT levels and fib levels? So this is the top down approach which I do. basically let's go back and do it in GBP USD, so it will make much more sense. If I go on a monthly time frame, you might see a lot of technical indicators, but ignore everything. So looking at on a monthly time frame, we have identified that there are two structures, which is 1.42670 and 1.09290 as an external structures, right? Okay, so let me just keep that as an external structures. This is monthly. Quickly, let's go back. Okay, if I just remove everything and make it a neat and tidy, let's do this. I'm deleting each and every lines. So if I take this entire structure, go to your the fib tool, take this fib retracement and mark this entire level from top to bottom. So please make sure that you guys do change these settings. You can click on this and enable only 0.618, 0.5, which is 50 percentage, 0.786 and 0.71 and 0.886. Okay, if you mark this and make it a similar color or whichever you like, so you can identify within this entire range. If I mark the top to bottom to 50 percentage level, okay, now we can see this particular area as a premium area, right? So when I have a premium area, when anything is on premium, let's say for example iPhone 16 Pro is on a premium, and if you want to buy it on a premium, will you ever buy a premium product or not? No, you won't get into a premium product, right? So this is an opportunity in terms of trading. This is an opportunity to short, right? So same way, what is an opportunity to go long? Basically when the price is trading within 50 percentage of the structure, which is discount zone, right? Okay, I'll be mostly looking for go long when the price is trading in the discounted zone. I'll be mostly looking to go short when the price is trading on a premium zone. But within this zone, we can see that this particular zone, which is an optimal trade entry area for GBP USD to go short. Let me add this one, or monthly POI. I can call this as a monthly POI, so it will make much more better. Okay, so this is the monthly POI. I'm just deleting all the other fib tools, so it will look very neat and clean. So you have identified a monthly POI for initiating short. At the same time, if you are looking for long, let's say for example with respect to fib levels, I'm taking it from bottom to top instead of top to bottom. So you will see that this particular zone monthly POI done, right? So the same process you will repeat after every time frame. Now we are going to oversee what is happening with respect to internal structures. We have identified the external structures. Now we are looking for the internal structures. Now the uh, prices trading within higher highs, creating new higher highs. We have seen a good shift with a displacement within breaking the structure, which is 1.22840, and then from there market has gave retracement towards the OTE level. You would be amazed if I take this particular structure. Okay, Look at this move and measure it from the fib level. Mark from top to bottom this entire structure. If you see the retracement which has happened is basically within this OTE, which is basically 0.71, 0.78 and 0.86, right? This was the OTE level for this particular range to trade. And if I keep a top down approach, market have retested multiple times on this OTE. This is the first chance and this is the second chance. Right after taking this liquidity, market has initiated push. And even this weekly view, if you go back and do a 15 minutes time frame, if I just remove, for example, if I remove the time frame and the charts, you should be able to tell whether it is on a 15 minutes, whether it's on a 5 minutes, whether it's on an hourly candle or a 4 hours or a weekly candle. That doesn't matter. The analysis remains same. You just have to do it from the top to bottom to get a clear cut direction, right? So on a monthly time frame, we know for a fact we are at a monthly POI. Most sellers can enter within this zone, right? Weekly time frame, we agree with the same fact. On a daily time frame, if you look at the individual candles, let me just quickly go back and see what is happening within the current price action. We have a consistent bullish rally. Right after taking this move, we have seen an imbalance formed in between this rally. This particular imbalance is supporting this particular move, right? So to violate that on a structural shift, we need to see that market is able to push beyond this level in a daily time frame. Now we are looking at 4-hour time frame. On a 4 hours, we can no, there is no structural break. We might see an internal structural break right after this, but I think with respect to weekly and daily and 4 hours, let's go back and do the structure from this imbalance. Too much noise on the charts. Let's delete everything. Okay. This is the particular zone for this particular session I'll be looking into. So when I say on a 4 hours time frame, we have seen continuous 3 consecutive candles pushing towards downside, and if the market is not able to break this particular zone for this particular week, then I'll be happily looking for long opportunities. But at the same time, if the market is taking a support within this range and pushing upside, I'll be looking for on a monthly. We know for a fact we have bit more room for new higher high where the market is taking out this liquidity which is on internal structures, right? 1.35929 is what I'll be looking for, and then a comeback from this zone would give us a good rally towards this imbalance, making a higher time frame shift. So this is the opportunity which can play around, right? So there are 2 scenarios at the moment looking at the top down approach. One is market might go up and take out this liquidity and then provide an opportunity to come back to this level. Even if that happens, even this zone, if it is taking out, what is the scenario in the longer time frame structure? The scenario is basically market is balancing the price within these two zones, right? And yet to make a decision. But if we get an opportunity where market is closing below the structure, then we should see another push somewhere close to here for targeting another low close to 1.29905. So this is what a top down approach I'll be looking for next 4 weeks, closing by this quarter end, which is going to happen 26th week by June end. The first quarter 25-26, the first Q1 is closing. Remember, most of the institutional players would be booking their profits in the P&L so that they can showcase to their investors as well. So this is how I do my analysis. Please do let me know if you have any questions, clarifications with respect to this particular analysis, or you can do it yourself and see the difference, how things are changing, within your trading. At least you will make sure that two things: you are not buying something which is already in the premium. At least you will make sure that you are not selling something which is already on a discounted zone. So these two changes you will be able to make in your trading. You won't be doing much more activities. So coming back to whatever we have discussed on gold, at the moment I'm looking for a structural difference within this zone. I'll be not taking any or initiating any position within this 3347 and 3369. BTC, yes, still the view is same, targeting towards 106,974 towards 107,385. This is the view for the day. UK 100 targeting the same, 8910 for this cycle. Okay, so let me know whatever your questions, clarifications in the comment session right after this live, because I have another meeting in 2 minutes. I'll be joining for that particular meeting. So make sure you guys join to the WhatsApp community. If you have any questions, please do ask in the discussion group. Please do ask anything in the comment section, so that if you like this kind of engaging and educational contents, please do let me know in the comment section, so that most of the time we'll take one topic and clarify that particular topic. In my abilities, I'll try to explain you with my understanding and my knowledge. Thank you so much, Shubham, Tariq, BB Stocks, HR Lead, Andrea, and Narayan. And those who have not even commented, no worries. Please make sure enjoy your day and enjoy the news event as well. Wish you nothing less than success ahead, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.